Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing JayB's Roadrunner album. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you about our experience at his concert yesterday at Queen Elizabeth Theatre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So if you've been to my channel before, you might have noticed that I have been to quite a few concerts. So I'm kind of used to how most organizers run the show as far as the benefits and the actual concert and the order they do things and to make it run efficiently. My goodness, there's a lot of wrapping on this album. There's the plastic. It came in bubble wrap. It had plastic on the outside, and then it's in this plastic container, and I can see the album is wrapped again in cellophane on the inside. It seems to be stuck on something here. There we go. Oh, nice now. It looks like there's a... Oh, this is very nice. Look at this. Never had something like this in an album before. That backwards. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, back to the concert. This concert had 3 VIP tiers. There was the triple V, the double V, and the single V IP tiers. And so normally when you go to one of these concerts with all these benefits, they have you go in and do your high five and your group photos and your fan sign, all that stuff before the concert. So then the tiers, which are supposed to enter in a certain order, can just go up to the stage and find their spot for the sound check. And then you sit there until they decide to have let the rest of the lower tiers in. And then the concert starts. So that's how they usually do it. You maintain order. Now, when I got the itinerary for this concert, I noticed that they weren't doing it that way. That we were all going in, the tiers that had the sound check went in and did the sound check, and then we were to take the pictures with JayB. And so I was seriously concerned at that point, because I thought, when you take pictures, you're not in any kind of order. And this particular company didn't say they were going to give us numbers. So I asked the lady when she checked in my ticket how they were going to keep our order after the sound check, because everybody got here and waited in line all day and earned their spots. And anybody who knows me and my group, that's very important to us. When you get there and the spot you get is important because you've earned that. So you should be able to keep your spot in line. I really don't like people who come to the concerts thinking they can butt in front and go higher than they're supposed to be by when they got there, because in my opinion, we're all fans. We all want a good spot. So just because you're a bully and push by everybody and take a better spot isn't really fair to that person who's now losing their good spot. So that's important to us. So I wanted to know that the order was going to be upheld. So she indicated to me there wasn't going to be order, and there was really basically nothing we could do about that after sound check. So I was on high alert at that point. So anyways, we went in, we did the sound check, and so then at sound check, we did our best to try to hope that we could sort of, get through it quickly to get a good spot at the stage. I asked the girl when we were in for sound check, when we leave for the pictures, what doors are we using? So she told us the doors that were being used. I said, so we're not using any other doors, we're only using this door, and she confirmed that for me, so fine. We go, we get our pictures taken, and then when we come out, I was a double V, not a triple V, because they were sold out. I would have liked to have got one, but they were sold out when I was buying the tickets. So when we got down there, all the pictures were held upstairs, and the entrance to the stage was downstairs. So we come downstairs after we have our picture taken, and I see a door, the door that the lady told me they were going to be using, and that people were starting to line up. So I assumed that was the people from the double Vs that just had their pictures taken, because the triple Vs would already be in there. So we were relatively close to the front of the double V line. So I thought, oh, great. We're at the front of the line to get in after the triple Vs. because nobody seems to be organized. They didn't tell us a thing. They didn't tell us where to go. Right? The only thing we knew was that we lined up at the bottom of the stairs for the pictures. And that was done in a terrible way, too. That was not honored. People didn't get let in the way they should have been. It was just chaos and dangerous because there were stairs. So then we got in this line, and we waited in this line, and then people got pushing and shoving, and then the venue staff came over and was telling us to make a single line, so we were trying to keep order, and then people at the front of the line were calling in all their friends that were standing around the venue, so I thought that was just the GA, because I had been told there was no order, and because I believed the Triple Vs were already inside. So then throughout all this, then I noticed that the girl that I know to be number one in line for the whole event, a Triple V, was not inside. She was standing at the front of the door. I'm like, oh no, are we in the wrong line? Nobody ever came and told us. Nobody told us what line. They had signs up previously, but all the signs were removed. So we thought, like I said, the lady out front told me there was not going to be any order. And I asked which door. And I lined up at the door that we were supposed to be using. Anyways, they come over and then they start saying, if you don't have a Triple V, to get out of the line. So we were Double V. So like we find out people are Triple V around us. And we said, well, you should go in before us. So when they let us in, you go in first. Still not knowing we were in the wrong line. So then when we find out we were in the wrong line, we said to the lady at MRG, hey, that's not fair. She says, there's the Double V line. So if we went to the Double V line, we'd be way at the back. And I said, that was not fair because we were near the front of it. And had we been told where to go, and if the other two people I spoke to had given us proper information, we would have got in the right line because we like to follow the rules. We like to do it the right way so that everybody gets treated fairly. And now we are looking like rotten apples that are trying to, my gosh, isn't that a gorgeous picture? That are trying to, muscle our way in the front with the Triple Vs, which is not at all what we wanted to do. So I was super concerned about that and tried to convey that to the lady because I was so upset that it looked like we were the people that we did not want to be, but it was not the way we intended it to be. But anyways, it turned out that someone in my party had an issue, and so the MRG lady offered to put us in accessible, which was great with me because my daughter has a lot of problems with the concerts. This is why I try to have her go because she's got social issues, and I want her to try to grow and learn how to live in her shyness and overcome it. So having her in a chair so that she doesn't faint in the crowd was reassuring to me. So, but the accessible was not really very good because you were way off to the corner. You could only see JayB when he came over to your side. And so I tried to stand up in the corner and tried to get a little bit of him. There was also the guns that shot out the confetti were in the way, and there's a bodyguard standing right there, so he is in most of my film. So I had to zoom in for most of it to get footage above him. But overall, it was still good because then we weren't smushed in the mob. It's unfortunate. If they had told us where to go, we could have been like maybe second or third row, but we would have been in the mob, so I guess we're okay. But anyways, the real point of the whole concert was JayB, and he was fantastic. I mean, he was so handsome. So handsome in person. I mean, you can tell he's handsome anyways, but I was shocked. And his dancing was fantabulous. And he had such, not only his body movements for the dancing were great. This is cute. But he had lots of facial expressions, which I really enjoy when they dance with their face as well as their bodies. So, yeah, it was a fantastic concert. So I highly recommend to anybody to go and see him. These are cute little things. I don't know what to do with them all, but it was a fantastic concert. I just wish the organization had been a little bit better because I think everybody deserves to have a good spot that they've earned at the concert. Oh, that's handsome. So, there we go. I thought there was another PC, but I don't know if I dropped it. But anyways, there's the album and our concert experience. Please go see JayB. He is really, really, really good. I mean, I love all the groups we go to, but it really shows when they're a seasoned veteran. Like, he was just on point with everything. and fantastic to look at. And the music, his singing, my gosh, his singing is insane. Anyways, I recommend everybody go see him when you get a chance. And if Got7 ever tour again, go see them all. They're all just fantastic. Thank you for coming to my channel. I'll see you next time.